your service, ma'am.
Ma'am.
May I be of assistance?
Another. Please, wipe your feet on the mat before entering, please.
As much work into the refuge as he does into the Brotherhood, we'd have utterly destroyed the fanatics by now.
So this is a place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
There's no problem too big to solve.
Wow, gift, Jeremiah. Just wouldn't be right to
There's
waste.
times you've gotta accept the cards you were dealt and learn to make the best of it.
Just a little longer, Ellison. Valdez will see everything you have to offer. You'll see. Happy thoughts. That's the way.
This place could stand to have some cats.
Oh, I can't wait until
Need anything?
dinner.
A rad stag on a stage. A deer in stage lights. That one always gets me.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others. Oh, it feels like I've died and gone to heaven. Or hell, if you look out the window.
Pardon our dust. Repairs will be completed shortly. Thank you for your patience. This is an active work site. Guests are advised to stand clear. This is an active work site. Guests are advised to stand clear. Pardon our dust.
I love Esmer's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor. I could really use a drink. But Rocker wants a sober on the job. Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
What do you think of the decor here? I know it's pre-war, but it's a bit dated.
You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd come up with something more medicinal.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
I think I need it. From every...
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person could be spread so thin.
Nothing bad could happen inside this refuge.
Helping people is our chief mission. The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
Well, hello. Do you like Nuka-Cola? Don't be silly. Of course you do.
Have you ever read a book so much its pages fade? I think I'll go crazy when I lose the answers to my riddle.
Exclusive to the White Spring, early release bottles of the newest cola sensation, Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Here's an easy riddle for you. I am all around you, but you cannot see me. You know me, but have never met me. What am I?
Feeling fruity? Try Nuka Cherry, Grape, or Orange.
You look like you could lose some weight. From your pockets.
Nothing cleans the gears like an ice-cold Nuka-Cola.
You don't look so good, friend. May I interest you in my
Looking for something
all-encompassing
different? We
miracle
have
cure?
regional flavors you won't find this side of Nuka World.
Considering all of the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer.
Try not to track all of that dirt into my shop, eh? I already near broke my back trying to wash up the
like an
fallout.
ice-cold Nuka-Cola.
The world runs on caps. You do well to remember that.
Exclusive to the White Spring.
Allison.
Early release bottles of the
But
newest
I'd
cola
rather it be
sensation,
the
Nuka-Cola
I think we can make this place
Quantum.
home for a lot of people.
There's times I
Yourself
worry I'm
included.
not doing enough or that I'm not good enough. I just try to remember that I'm managed to get here in the first place. There I go, reassuring myself again.
Orlando is very charming. But to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why they're helping us.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
Do I have a curious tourist on my hands? That's my second favorite kind of tourist. It's behind the satisfied one.
I wonder if the sun burns just as bright in California.
That riddle is driving me insane.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a
Check
single
in with the
person
medics if you're
expressed
feeling under the weather.
I should check if those Blue Ridge folks carry letters, too.
These refugees wouldn't last one day in Crater.
Look at the ailments on these refugees. The pit must be a real
This
hellhole.
wanton robot tried to give me a haircut before running off. It's a shame. I can't get at the back by myself. I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
Sorry, now's not a good time. I've got a lot on my mind.
Good evening. Our late night fare is still available. Please have a seat.
A shipment of meds coming in.
We could always use an extra hand around here.
Well, you're not bleeding through your shirt. I call that a good day. Name's Rucker. I head up the responders around here. Thought you might. Go on ahead. Nice enough place. Heard it used to be some kind of fancy trading post before the war. Can't say I'm overly fond of this management that Orlando's wrapped up in, but I got work needs doing, and I'm not one to turn down a safe place to do it in. I'm also not in love with all the hammering and drilling they got going on, but I'm not complaining. Well, starting now, I'm not. Well, it took a minute and a miracle, but yeah. When I first got back to Appalachia, the other responders were all but wiped out. A couple of folks wandering around wearing a uniform, but not a one doing any organizing or, hell, making any real work out of it. So I started reading everything I could find and listening to anything anyone could tell me about the group before they all passed. I realized that while the responders themselves didn't make it, the idea could be brought back. And this time, for good. I keep the responders, well, responding. We've grown enough now that most of the different departments organize themselves fairly well. But everyone needs a fire lit under them from time to time, and these days, that's where most of my hours go. That, and keeping Orlando from sniffing around. Depends on who you mean. Hell, I can't get Orlando to tell me about Orlando. Not that I'm ungrateful for the space they're giving us here, mind you, but I've never met this management they go on about.
Too big to solve.
And I don't trust anyone who can't or won't show their face. Nice enough, feller, considering what's going on back in the pit. Resourceful, too, in a way that's hard to come by these days. I won't pretend I ever got my head all the way around this union he's part of, but he knows who his people are and does everything he can to keep them amongst the living. Yeah, we're cut from common cloth like that. Lord, that kid. If you're asking me about him, then I take it you haven't had the pleasure of him talking both your ears off at once. Truth told, I think the Brotherhood gave him a job just to stop him from jawing at him for 5 minutes. I'd begrudge their peace if it didn't come at the cost of our quiet. At least with his yakking, he can't sneak up on you. Orlando, on the other hand. No worries. All right, then.
Out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods. Folks don't join the responders for caps. They join.
Good talking with you.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rats.
Was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe and not somewhere like that.
These robots sure make my job easier. Don't bother talking to that person from Crater. Nasty bunch, aren't they?
If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods.
Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry about?
We can to make the result look its best.
Security patrol status nominal. The current threat level is red due to the current security situation. All hotel policies will be strictly enforced.
The White Spring is under our protection.
If you see anything that requires attention, do let me know.
There's so much to see around here, it can be a bit overwhelming. Would you like some suggestions? Good evening.
Don't bother talking to that person from Crater. Nasty bunch, aren't
I was out scavenging for food earlier. I only got
May I
attacked by
interest
scorched
you in
once.
wine, beer, and/or spirits? Guests are welcome to
rats to give
relate
it flavor.
their problems if
A lot
desired.
of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
There's times you gotta accept the cards you were dealt and learn to make the best of it.
nice to see people around in the responders uniform again.
Why even bother helping people that can't help themselves?
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? Feels like I've died and gone
Maybe
to
I
heaven.
come off a little too strong.
Or hell.
No.
Out the window.
Maybe not strong enough.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job done well. My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work. Wonder what they're doing now.
You ever wonder where Giuseppe gets all his curios from?
Ad Victoriam, citizen. My name is Initiate Ellison of the Brotherhood of Steel. How may I be of service? Oh man, did I get that right? I did, didn't I? Score! Shoot! I mean, shoot as in ask me something. Don't fire at me.
This place could stand to have some cats.
I'll tell you what I can. But keep in mind, as a Brotherhood scribe, some of my intel is highly classified. Oh, you mean Rutgers people? They're all right, I guess. I'd say they do a lot of good for the people of Appalachia, but there's hardly enough of them around anymore for everything that needs to get done. Between you and me, they'd probably be a lot more useful if they just got absorbed into the Brotherhood. They may have good aims, but they don't have the resources to do it. Meanwhile, the Brotherhood is making amazing strides every day. You're not gonna tell Rucker I said any of this, right? Please don't.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? It feels like I've died and gone to heaven.
Sure. Anything else you need?
Robot butlers.
If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the White Spring.
Need any help carrying all those stamps?
Feeling fruity? Try Nuka Sherry, grape, or orange.
Do you read much? It's about all that keeps me sane these days.
Looking for something different? We have regional flavors you won't find this side of Nuka World.
Ever been to Clarksburg? Why would you ever need to go when you've got everything you need at Giuseppe's Curios?
Lucky. We're doing this all decades.
Still getting used to sleeping with both eyes closed.
Oh, hey there. Nice to see you.
One of the other
You know where to find me.
of desperation. I don't smell anything.
I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt
Folks
safe.
don't join the responders for caps. They join to make a difference.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
So this is the place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
I was out scavenging for food earlier, only got attacked by Scorch once.
With all these supplies, we could really do some good trading with the White Spring.
I don't think there will be a home left to go to. You think I have what it takes to be a responder?
I heard about what happened in Morgantown.
Due to
I know
the
it was way
risk
back,
of
but I'm glad they
exploding
chose to send me somewhere
glassware,
safe and not somewhere.
mixed
These
drinks
refugees wouldn't
are
last one
no
day,
longer
Operator.
available.
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single
You'd think
person
with all
would
that
spice
tinkering
something.
Skippy does, that he'd have come up with something more medicinal.
Look at the ailments on these refugees. It must be a real hellhole.
Rucker could do with a little sleep.
I'd love to be a senior scribe someday. I can think of a higher honor.
These responders must really have a game plan. Where they're always flitting about.
There must be some
I would be delighted to answer any questions you have. We are offering free travel to America's playground. Atlantic City, New Jersey. A haven of wonder, excitement, and opportunity. Fully governed and, I assure you, safe from the dangers of the outside world. In exchange for your all expenses paid vertibird flight, all we ask is a little assistance paid back to the locals. That's right. As long as the city leadership hears you're helping out, that's all they ask of you. They were mighty jazzed to hear word of an organization from abroad that's all about helping people. You can always use fresh faces in AC, and especially ones with initiative. That's what keeps our city alive.
Appalachia's supposed to be the safest place around. But I've heard of the monsters that lurk in the woods here, and I'm not so sure
Of course.
about that.
Glad to help out. You let me know if you have any more questions. Atlantic City! Ain't no place like it across the entire coast.
I bet Rocker could use a trinket to cheer her up. Poor girl. Always looks exhausted. You're very jumpy, aren't you? Perhaps it's nerves. Oh, you think I am a good salesman? You should have met my mom. That woman could get you to sell the shirt off your back.
Exclusive to the White Spring, early release bottles of the newest cola
Helping
sensation,
people is our chief mission.
Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
The work I do is extremely rewarding. But boy, is it tiring.
Hope you're doing
Always
all right,
make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
I got a chuckle out of Rucker yesterday. Mission success.
I should check if those Blue Ridge folks carry letters, too. I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
I think we can make this place home for a lot of people, yourself included. Oh, I can't wait until dinner.
I could really use a drink, but Rucker wants us sober on the job.
Need anything?
Discount? Not in this damn bottle cap economy.
This place could stand to have some cats.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh, and only a few rads.
I bet power armor training is tough. And not that scribe training isn't hard too.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job
Sorry,
done well.
Not much for conversation. Allison talked my ear off.
We could always use an extra hand around here.
It was a pretty bold choice, and not one I would have made.
The work I do is extremely rewarding. What is it, tiring?
Those raiders fight like hell. Maybe they're crazy enough to join an expedition. Hey there! Don't think we met. I'm Skippy Rorich. Something I or the Union can do for you? That's right, looking for someone to help us take the fight to the Fanatics. Surprised we got a taker, actually. You are interested, right? Bad. Don't get me wrong, it's home, and I want us to keep it. But we got hit bad in the war, and we never recovered. Lots of radiation. Some areas are badly toxic, with all the junk that got blasted into the air or spread around from the factories. People are sick a lot, from one thing or another, and food can be hard to come by. Hell, some of the city's still on fire, I think. But some of the factories survived, and we got them running. Gives us access to things you can't get anywhere else. Might even be able to rebuild, if it weren't for the Fanatics. Hell, you've got raider gangs here, right? I've heard about your Blood Eagles. The Fanatics are something like them, but more organized. Imagine every single raider gang you've ever heard got together and decided to make like Genghis Khan. Sweep over everything. Kill anyone who won't join, and put anyone too weak to fight into forced labor camps. Everything that's not theirs, they take. That's the Fanatics. And be glad they're not here. The Union's back's against the wall. We're doing our best to hold off the Fanatics. Keep them from taking everything. Occasionally, we win some small victories, but not a lot. Got a couple of situations back there right now where an extra hand might tip things in our favor, at least for now. I don't want to call it mercenary work, but I'm not gonna lie. You'll be going there to fight. Fantastic. Let me just get Rucker in here. It's her bird, after all. Thanks for coming by, Rucker. Looks like we got a volunteer to take a trip out to the pit.
We've met. Had a feeling you might be up for this when you came by earlier. Guess I was right.
Figured you should be involved, if we're gonna borrow your plane.
Don't let Lennox hear you call it a plane. She takes it personally. Anyway, sure thing. You've done right by me. So you got the okay for me. Sophie and Esme tell me you helped them out too. So as far as the responders are concerned, you're good to go.
Great. This means a lot to the Union. I'll make sure you're well rewarded for it. I might have some other things I need help with here in Appalachia too. I'll let you know. Good luck up there. We're counting on you.
Heard folks had all the coffee they can drink before the war. Lucky bastards. Well, not lucky. But with the bomb and everything.
Still amazed we got this baby running again. Hey, hey! You here to chat or something else on your mind? Yeah? Right on! About time we made another trip out there. I mean, me and my girl here. You haven't been, I guess. Rucka said somebody'd be coming by. Guess you're it. If you're all set, I'm ready when you are. She's all fueled up for the trip out and back. I'm a miracle worker in the sky, but even I can't make a fly on willpower alone. Now I get my girl ready for takeoff, and you just tell me when you're ready to go. Look who's back! Hell yeah, I can. I was Air Force back in the day. Tankers, cargo, I'd fly anything. Through hell and fire, no problem. This vertibird's an odd duck. Ain't a plane, ain't a chopper. But if you go up with me, just sit back and relax. Never lost my cargo once, human or otherwise. You'll be fine. Yep. I like to be up here to stay with her. It's been a long time since I had a working bird. I don't want anybody messing with her. You better believe it. I once spent 4 hours juking 20,000 kilos of cargo through the worst thunderstorm I've ever seen. Just all over the place, trying to steer around the worst turbulence. Lightning all around. Felt like I pissed off God herself. Yeah, no problem. Hasta luego. Yo, how's it going?